welcome back to Elijah's Enlightenment. It's been a long time since I've uploaded last, but that's part of the message of the video that I want to post today. Recently in life, I've been going through like a little down slip of another wave of my life and my path and my journey. And I'm realizing that this is something that's going to be repetitive probably for the rest of my life. But for me to have the awareness around it that I have now is going to help me manage it better. What do I mean by this exactly? To give you a little description, imagine like a pendulum. It swings back and it swings forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's kind of how my life has been for a very long time, and I'm sure some of you can resonate with this as well. In my life, I found spurts of inspiration, spurts of accomplishment, motivation. I'm on this swing, right? This is the swing where I want to make YouTube videos. I want to paint. I want to play the piano. I want to learn new things. I want to read these new books that I have. I want to achieve. I want to progress. I want to attain a higher understanding of this world, more than just these physical surroundings around me. That's this pendulum swing. And then the pendulum swings slowly. It seems like slowly for my life. And it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes, and then it's on this other side. On this other side, you have the physical person that just wants to, not really care about what I eat today. Maybe you go back to smoking nicotine. Maybe you go back to smoking marijuana. Enjoying pleasures in life. But the thing about it for me is that I will be on this high, and then it seems like for a little bit I go back into a rut of this low. And the major message that I've come across recently is that everything needs balance and everything needs moderation. This includes good and bad things. So when I'm high on my high and I'm motivated to make videos and I want to play my piano and I'm working out and I'm walking every day and I feel spiritually in tuned, I can't restrict myself so much in that to the point where I feel like I've lost the spice of life. Because once you're on this pendulum swing for me, and then I want to swing all the way back, maybe I don't want to, but maybe my life just traverses that way. And now I'm enjoying too much spice of life, and I don't feel grounded in my surroundings, and I don't feel grounded in my day-to-day situations in my life, and I go out and I don't really want to speak to anybody. I'm not making like solid eye contact and whatnot. That's not good either. Because then I do not have a solid foundation from which I can build upon. Being so young, for me personally, I feel like I'm faced with a heavy burden. And I do see it as a challenge, but I also see it as something to overcome. Something that would not be placed on me if I was not ready for it or if I could not manage it. And that is to be spiritually inclined at 21 years of age. But also keep in mind, I'm 21 years of age. Just to the age where you can go to the bars, just to the age where you can be considered a full adult and you have full responsibilities, right? And you can go enjoy the pleasures that you want to in life, but you also can make what you want of your life. You can set your own routines. I have my own home. I'm away from my family's house where I grew up. All these things come into play. And it's like, on one hand, I know this person that I want to be. I know the person that I can be. I know the motivation that I've had in the past that I can put into my present moment. But on some days, I just feel like I'm over here. I feel like I'm on this side of the pendulum swing. And that's hard for me personally to deal with, because when I'm over here on this side of the pendulum swing, I feel like I've lost my sense of self. But in reality, I haven't, you know? In reality, I am supposed to go through this pendulum swing. I'm supposed to be on these downward ruts because it makes me appreciate when I'm up here, when I'm over here. I found it in life that, like I said in my last video, you can't have a certain expectation of a certain point that you need to be in life and then say, okay, once I get that, then I have it, then I'm good. I don't have to work for anything more. I'll be happy, I'll be fulfilled, I'll be content. Move into the sunlight a little bit. For me, I found that we do have cloudy days and rainy days to appreciate the sunlight when it's out. And when the sunlight's out, sometimes we wish, I wish it was a cozy little rainy day. I could just sit inside, sip some hot chocolate, chill out. Yin and yang, right? Balance. And I don't think I've said this before, but when I'm on this side of the pendulum swing, where I'm indulging in pleasures in life, I don't really want to do my nightly routine of skincare and showering and meditating and reading books. Like I said, I don't feel grounded. And when I don't feel grounded, I don't feel connected to life. I don't feel connected to nature. I don't feel connected to myself. And I don't really feel connected to people. Why is that? I know that I want to do this YouTube thing, but when I'm over here on this side of the pendulum swing, all I can think about and all that manifests around me, and it probably comes from my own thinking, is that, yeah, you're going to hop on a video, but is it going to seem genuine? Yeah, you can make a video, but is it going to really resonate with people? Are you really feeling it? Is it coming from a true place? And all these questions fill my head and my psyche with doubt, with frustration, and that leads me to take no action at all. It leads me to just sit, play my video game, watch TV, not really do much, not do what I know I could be doing. A metaphor from my life that I've recently come across is that I've had this plant for about 2 months now, maybe 2.5. And it's my first plant that I've ever owned. And when I first got it, it was a short little shrub, it was kind of frail, it wasn't really big, but it was green and it was healthy. And I figured out different ways to water it. Some days it would be overwatered and it'd be kind of dying. Some days it wasn't getting enough water, it'd be kind of dying. But then at a certain point in my life, just before I started making YouTube videos, I found the perfect recipe, so to speak. I found the perfect balance of water, of humidity, of placement, where to put my plant. And it was thriving. And it was the biggest that I've ever seen. And you can see new sprouts forming and forming new branches that are now hovering over the rest of the plant. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. And recently in my life, when I told you this is the high me, high Elijah, motivated, wants to do stuff, then the pendulum swings and you're like, okay, I just want to chill, I just want to relax, I just want to be here. When I'm over here, I wasn't watering the plant. I wasn't even taking care of the plant. I wasn't looking at it, I wasn't preparing it, I wasn't concerned with it, right? Now in that plant, I noticed that the soil, it seems to be a little bit tapped out. It's the first soil that I've had when I first got the plant. And I don't poke holes in it, I don't, oxidize it. I don't take it out, remix it, put it back in. I haven't done that. And when I'm over here on this pendulum side, like I said, I noticed that the plant started to wither. It starts to die. Just recently, I actually looked at the plant and I said, wow, I feel like that plant. And I know that seems kind of crazy, but this is what I mean. For a plant, if you don't have good soil, if your roots are not firmly planted, you wither. You could be growing a little bit. You could still look green. You're still a plant. But you know that you're not thriving, right? You know that you're not progressing as you should be, as you could be, the potential. That's the main thing, the potential. And so in the same way that that plant did not have the necessary soil, the nutrients. And another point that I wanted to talk about is that the pot itself is too small for the plant now because it grew so big that the roots are coming out of the very bottom hole where it can drain. You know, the roots used to be like right here in the pot, and now they're like forming all the way down and under, and it's like, okay, give me space to grow, give me space to grow, give me a bigger pot, give me new soil. And that's what life has been telling me. Like, you can enjoy yourself for a time, but you still have to take care of your soil. You still have to take care of your grounding, right? Your base, my base chakras. When I overindulge, I'm overindulging in my base chakra, my sacral chakra, and even my solar plexus a little bit, and it starts to distort my thinking. I can't access my higher level. I can't access my heart, the love, the inspiration, my throat to speak with truth and clarity and honesty, and to also access my third eye and my crown. Those are the goals for me. I know that I can get here, but if I'm so stuck down here, it's not possible. If I don't have a big enough pot on my base in my life, if I don't replant and take it out of the pot and put it in a different pot and look at the roots and really assess how the plant is doing, it's just going to stay stagnant, and that's what it's been doing. So the point of this video is to really hammer home the effect. Life, I've said this before, it goes in waves. Ups, downs, but we really don't feel the high until we're down and be like, damn, I was really high then, I was really doing good then. And you don't really notice the downs until you come to a better place where it's like, I was really down there, I was really feeling some certain type of way. So I feel like I'm on the upswing. I went out yesterday, I went to Lowe's, and I bought a bigger pot. And I bought some new soil. And today I took my walk. And today I woke up early and I drank my little coffee. And I'm starting to write some manifestations down. I'm starting to script again. Because I want to get better. And there's beauty in nature. And there's beauty in that plant. Just like there's beauty in me. It's life creation, you know? And on the surface, it could be seen as such a trivial thing. Oh, okay, your plant was dying, so you automatically make a parallel to your life and how you're stagnating. That's what works for me. It resonated with me. I saw it and I just instantly knew. Something of divine intuition, a higher calling said, yep, you're thinking about it the right way. And so I'm making this video. And I feel good about it. And I didn't feel prepared. I didn't know what I was going to talk about until I sat on this little planter. And I got the creek running right there. But I saw this spot and I saw the sunlight and I was like, okay, I think I can do it. We don't always have to be 100%. We don't have to be perfect. You don't always have to be meditating and living a spiritual life 24/7 if it's not the right time. Everything does really happen for a reason. Everything will happen on its right time, divine timing. And some things are out of our control. And what we can do in the meantime is just sit back and reflect. If you don't sit back and reflect, then it will feel like you're just going through the motions. And that's what I felt for a while. If you don't sit back and reflect, it might feel like life is happening to you instead of I make life happen for me. I take ownership and I take action in my life and I make things happen. Things just don't happen to me. It really is a mindset thing. And so I am appreciative for the first time of the low that I've had, of the rut that I had. And it wasn't a long time as it has been in the past when I was more immature. This one was just kind of like, okay, I feel an underlying thing is off. A component of my life that needs to be accessed again. The bell, the bell says, yep, you got it. So I can do it. And I challenge you to sit back and reflect on your life and see where you can make improvements. I challenge you to sit back and see this video and say, okay, maybe it's not manifesting in the same way that it is for me in my life, for you, but I'm sure we could all agree that sometimes we feel like we're high and sometimes we feel like we're low. And it's about what we do when we feel low that makes the highs that much more enjoyable. Life does go in waves, you know, but I found that for me, the personal goal is to minimize the length between the highs and the lows to stay kind of even kill. Because when you have these grandiose, oh, I'm so high, I'm on top of the world, I'm doing everything good, I feel so good and ecstatic, and then, 2 weeks later, you're like, oh, I feel like a bum, I've been eating out 3 days out of the past 7 days, I'm not really doing anything, I'm not working out, boom, now it feels catastrophic. And when you're doing these, it's hard to make real progress in life, so I'm trying to get here, boom, 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 the middle path. The middle way. And I think I can do it. So if this video has resonated with you today, thank you for watching. And I know that I haven't uploaded in a while, but thank you for watching still. I appreciate it. And I love you guys. And I'm loving myself today too. And I'm happy to say that. As always, thank you for choosing me today. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.